see somebody take a dog for a ride before? All right, move over. I'm driving.
Might not.
Yeah, but it might.
Yeah, but it might not.
Well, holy smoke, do you have to be so negative about it? Can't you be a little more optimistic?
If you like my videos, click like. And please don't forget to subscribe. Just push that subscribe button. Thank you. Hi, it's Momma Eadie, and I'm here to beg you to not be a pet parent. Be a pet owner. I am reading off of dogsnaturallymagazine.com, and it's scaring me to death. Yes, I treat my dogs like everybody else. I love them. I give them special treatment, special beds, special water, special food. I cuddle them, I hug them, I let them sleep in my bed. They jump on my furniture. They've got dog hair all over the house. I am still going to consider myself a pet owner after today. Actually, starting right now. And here is why. While this may make many readers cringe, the term pet parent or pet guardian really make me squirm. As a pet owner, I don't feel that I'm entitled to push my dogs around, treat them like slaves, or tie them to the bumper of my car. And, you know, it goes on and on and on. But I'm going to skip a lot of this because I just said a lot of it. And I want you to know that animal rights activists such as Peta, which is People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, and HUSUS, H-S-U-S, Humane Society of the United States. Yeah, that's not just the Humane Society. Don't donate to them, people. They want to end exploitation of animals. As a surplus of cats and dogs, artificially engineered by centuries of force breeding declined, eventually companion animals would be phased out, and we would return to a more symbolic relationship, enjoyment at a distance, like the, days before they became domesticated. The goal of animal rights activists is to put an end to companion animals. And ironically, pet parents are helping them accomplish this. Change the word from owner to guardian, custodian, keeper, or any other term does not convey the constitutional protection rights of ownerships. Sitting still for such a change is short-sighted and dangerous, people. I hope I'm yelling this loud enough that it's scaring you. It now boils down to our founding document, the United States Constitution. The Constitution gives citizens the right to own property and not be deprived of that property without due process of law. Guardians have no such rights. If you think that no one cares enough to want to deprive you of your rights of guardianship, look no farther than good old PETA. Animal rights organizations. And PETA's at the helm. If we are guardians rather than owners, then ultimately it will be the state and not the individual who has the power to say who will care for the animal, how it will be cared for, where it will reside, what medical treatment it will or will not undergo, and who will make the other decisions regarding the health and welfare, life and death, or destruction of that animal. History has shown us that when a state is unprepared to carry out a role that has been imposed upon, delegates that function. So who will the state delegate to? The former owners? The citizenry at large? Animal control? USDA? Animal rights organizations? Local or national rescue organizations? What is the point of making the state the owner of animals if the state is not prepared to perform this function and must delegate the rights and duty? It seems pointless to engage in this kind of useless legislation if in fact the goal is to make things better for animals. But as I have said, that is not the real purpose behind the push for guardianship for animals. So what is the true purpose behind this push? From using the term guardian, from my legal perspective, I see the purpose to be achieve public acceptance for the concept of animal guardians in a general sense, so that the door can be opened to animal rights activists who don't believe humans should have or keep animals, and who seek the removal of animals from their owners on simple, perhaps unfounded, allegations of abuse or neglect. This is far-fetched. A number of municipal governments around the U.S. and in Canada have already revised their city codes, county ordinances, and state legislation as they related to companion animals, replacing the term owner with animal guardian. In addition, animal welfare professionals such as animal shelter staff and police and humane society officers were referred to as guardians, of course. The idea was to reflect in official language the role of our dogs, cats, and other animals play as members of our family and role in protecting and providing for them. The first city to make the change was Hot Country, here we come, Boulder, Colorado in 2000. But during the next 4 years, 4 cities and the entire state of Rhode Island adopted the guardian language. Fortunately, there has since been a decline in the number of cities adopting this terminology, but the number of pet owners referring to themselves as parents or guardians seem to be increasing. Here in the U.S. and in most provinces in Canada, we already have laws in place that force us to vaccinate our pets for rabies. This is done for human safety, certainly not for the safety of our dogs, because it makes them, a lot of times, makes them very sick. If we continue to view ourselves as guardians, however, there may soon be laws in place to protect our dogs and our rights to refuse it. It will be stripped away, along with our ownership. Soon we may be required to vaccinate for other diseases like Bordetella or coronavirus. We may be required to feed kibble because somebody else has deemed raw food unfit for our dogs that we used to own. Eventually, there may be no companion dogs left, except the feral dogs rummaging through our trash right now at night. It doesn't minimize the love I have for them or the love they have for me. It doesn't mean I treat them as property like my van or my washing machine. I learned the hard way that nobody cares for my dogs in the same capacity that I do. Everybody else has an agenda. Vets must look after the practice first, and dogs come second. Pet food manufacturers have learned that it is cheaper to pay lawsuits than to regularly test their food for contamination. Pharmaceutical companies care only about the bottom line, not about my dogs. When I say I own my dogs, it means I'm taking a stand. It means that I have value, the ability to make choices for my dogs, because they can't. And that the choices I make will be based on the love, respect, and understanding that I share with my dog family. I am a proud dog owner. Are you? Remember, you will always be a loving, caring pet owner from here on out. Don't let them change the laws. Fight it. And this is Mama Eadie. I love my fur babies as always, and I'm taking a stand. Be sure to subscribe if you like this. I don't know if I said it or not, but this came from dogsnaturallymagazine.com. There are several write-ups on the internet about it if you want to read it. And